Hello. Orla Hart has asked some of us writers to contribute to her anthology about unnatural things, and I thought I would lend my project to her. It's called Prisms of Fate and Darkness. I hope you enjoy it, and here we go. I looked over the reliquary. Yorkton Antiques had a glass window front, inviting passers-by inside to escape the ruined Dust Bowl outside. It was built like something from the early 20th century, with brass handles and light fixtures. I could feel the horn inside, and I pulled down my wide-brimmed fedora to ensure my own bony nub was covered. And then I opened the door to a living hell in search of my mother. Lacquer, leather, and an offensive lemon cleaner assailed me, causing my eyes to tear. My head thrummed, and I looked around the room, seeing televisions from the late 20th century, hollowed out into aquariums and terrariums, as well as furniture arranged to display an American fable, complete with broken mannequins and taxidermied animals. Finally, I found a freckle-faced, red-headed kid, the only other person in the room. He sat behind an enormous wooden desk, one whose surface was scuffed and scarred by wear and by attempts to cover it up. I mourned the cherry tree whose life had been sacrificed and body mutilated to build the stupid desk. There were hundreds of dead relics here, begging me to turn this funerary home into a mushroom cloud. You promised you wouldn't do that again. But I'd rather live another 50 years in middle school than leave another antique shop standing. Humans had no right. I walked to the desk, my temper barely in check. You got Mr. Winter's package? The kid looked up and shook his head. Ain't got nothing by that name. My arm shot out, grabbing his shirt and yanking him out of his seat. You know what I'm here for, I said as he dangled over my head. Now where is the black alicorn your father stole from me? The kid struggled to free himself. His random flailing knocked my hat off, and I saw it fly towards a gray spiral cone. If I squeezed just a little more, his head would pop like a daisy. Don't hurt him, Demetrius. She appeared behind the cash register, tall, beautiful, translucent. I felt strangled and forgot about my victim. He dropped from my hands and scurried away to the back room without me noticing. You can't be here, I said to those warm, bloodstone eyes, accusing me with their pain. Her black equine body, so delicate in shape, floated toward me. Memories blossomed behind, blissful fields brimming with wildflowers, sunlight, and freedom. I stopped smelling cleaning chemicals because of the memory of honeysuckles. Demetrius, this isn't real. I closed my eyes and breathed in pickled corpses. Demetrius, she's dead. This was not my mom. Mom had died. Dad snapped his horn trying to protect her. As I remembered their deaths, the phantom's visage rotted and charred. As I remembered the day my family was murdered, I lost them again. You're dead. My hands pawed the display case behind me for a weapon against the specter manifesting in front of me. Of course she is. All because of you. Then she charged. Impulsively, I grabbed a metal object and swung it. Shards of glass and fractured bone fell everywhere. I had tried using a railroad tie as a stake to pierce the attacking unicorn in the chest, except that the wraith had vanished, and I had thrown it through a display table. A door squeaked, announcing 4 burly enforcers who had come to investigate. The kid followed, holding an old rifle against his chest like a teddy bear. Great time to lose your hat. I whirled around to find it, wanting to cover my horn with its brim before they recognized me as anything more than a punk kid like their storekeeper. To my left, the woven wool hat sat out of reach. Ah, there you are. Leave it, unicorn, one of the enforcers said, proving I was too late. This just isn't my day. The fedora teased me, lying next to a golden curly pelt and a gray alicorn settled in a vat of ritual oil. The desire to just burn the entire place down in a pyre of lives lost because of human cruelty welled up within me. I slammed into the linen suit of the one who spoke. Bullets flew towards us, scarring an outline of our battling bodies. I used the man as a human shield, and an errant bullet bit deep into his body. His face crinkled in pain, his eyes full of shock. I was next to my hat now, and held the dirty human up with one arm where he continued to block their aim. Blood pumped from the wound near his left side, staining his dyed flax clothing. The gun stopped, and I picked out a sterile white business card with gold lettering from his front pocket. "Whatever god you worship smiles on you, human. A quick death. The pain will be over soon." I let go, and he crumpled into stillness with a quiet gurgle. Pulling out a lighter, I turned my attention to the others, and found that the big men had fled and left only the child to fight a supernatural monster with preteen acne. If they were smart, they'd be back with reinforcements, but it would be too late. "Life's been bad for you." My thumb scratched along the mechanism, and the crisp click and schlick of metal filled my ears with sweet music as a finger-long flame leapt into existence. The boy's eyes widened as I dropped the open flame onto the alicorn drenched in oil. The splash helped the fire spread quickly, finding the lacquer and other cleaning chemicals a feast. "Sire of darkness and dam of fire, bring solace to this one I return to your care. May they find the peace they deserve, roaming in your eternal meadows." I finished the prayer. Just before the shot burst like a Molotov cocktail, blowing me through the etched gold O of Yorkton Antiques glass window front. So that was Prisms of Fate and Darkness. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoy the rest of Orla Hart's anthology. Bye-bye, guys.